How good are you at asking questions in English? If you're like most people learning a second language, you are probably looking to improve your speaking skills, right? Well, to do that, it's absolutely essential to become better at asking questions. In English, there are two main types of questions. Yes or no questions. Do you speak English? Yes. And WH questions. Where did you learn it? At school. To make yes or no questions, we need an auxiliary verb, a subject, and a main verb. For example, can you speak English? Yes. Did you study for the exam? No. Have you worked here before? Yes, I have. We can also form questions using only the verb be, and in that case, we don't need an auxiliary. For example, is she a doctor? Yes. Are you tired? No. All these questions can be answered with a simple yes or no, and that's perfectly fine. The second main type of question starts with words like what, where, when, why, which, who, and how. Examples: where are you from? What is your name? How old are you? These questions usually follow the structure: question word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb. Examples: where do you live? In England. When can I see you? Tomorrow. What did you do at the weekend? With these types of questions, you can't just answer yes or no. You need a slightly more detailed answer. Now, the question word how can be combined with adjectives to ask about different things. You can ask about prices with how much. How much did you pay for your car? You can ask about height. How tall? How tall are you? Age. How old? How old are you? Size. How big? How big is the shopping center? Distance. How far? How far is the city center? Time. How long? How long have you worked for this company? And you can ask about quantity with how many or how much. How many people were at the party? How much did you drink last night? And we can combine the question word what with a noun to ask more specific questions. For example, what color is her hair? What size do you wear? What kind of books do you read? What time do you usually go to bed? Now, when there's a more limited or specific set of options, then we use which. Which books did you read? Which languages can you speak? If you're not sure about the difference between what and which, I have already made a short video explaining it, and I'll drop the link in the description below. Finally, the last word of today's lesson is the word whose. We use this word when we want to know who's the owner of something, or if you want to know who is responsible for doing something. For example, whose phone is this? Or whose responsibility was it to clean the kitchen? We can also change the position of the noun in the question. For example, whose bag is this? Or whose is this bag? Both forms are correct and natural. You can choose whichever sounds better in the situation. I hope this lesson has been helpful to you, and if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I am Carlos from English Made for You, and it's been a pleasure teaching you today. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.